Welcome, Aquarius. This is your weekly focus for the week of July the 29th. I'm Tilly. This is Tarot with Tilly. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for all of your support. And let's get to your reading, and what the cards will reveal for our week ahead. Okay, Aquarius, you ready? Underlying energy. There we have it. And we have, look at that, the Ten of Pentacles. The Ten of Pentacles is a remarkably beautiful card. This card has been coming up this year, the entire year. And you know why? Because it's an 8 energy year. It's all about creating prosperity for ourselves. And this card tells me that you're doing amazing this week at creating those opportunities for long-term prosperity, long-term wealth. Absolutely. This is sticking to the tried and true this week. This is sticking to the traditional this week. But yeah, you have to open up to an innovative or a new way of thinking almost. You know, this is where I could see you actually taking a course on finances in some way to learn how to invest your money or to get better at investing your money or making money, growing money. That would all, because it's an entire week. So if you took like a 2-day or 3-day workshop online or something, you know, maybe I'll create one of those because, uh, you know, it just takes something to increase your knowledge just slightly. Okay, but think outside the box. Now, this could be creating great wealth and prosperity in work, career, our health, our well-being, our relationships, romantic and platonic. I mean, that is just the underlying energy in all we do this week. Okay, our first card is the Page of Pentacles. Oh, start dreaming it big. Aquarius, I don't even care if you've just had a major setback in your life. Think bigger than before that setback, okay? Because what happens is we have that setback and then we kind of regroup and we come out just a little less because we're not as sure about ourselves. We're not as sure about our long-term safety and security. And so then we hold back a little bit. And I'm telling you to find the joy in the experience, to think outside the box, to think of, yeah, I mean, this is definitely a prosperity reading for you here. Okay, we have the Wheel of Fortune, which has a giant pentacle right in the middle. That is the wheel. This talks about a lighter, more beautiful energy coming in. This is a time for you to sit down and start writing out your new path forward. What is it going to look like? How does it change from today? We're always evolving. We're always changing. It's whether or not we hold the reins to that change or we allow whatever happens to happen. So this is a time to really grab onto those reins and direct that happiness, direct that joy in the way you want, create it in the way you want, change habits and behaviors in order to incorporate more giggles and laughter and joy into your life. And maybe you're doing that now, and that's great. Maybe you're feeling a little bit of that, but I think there's so much more to it than that. Okay, and this, since it's our middle card, I mean, this has an effect on work and career, and it has effect on love and relationships. Okay, so this half of the board is more towards work and career. This is more love and relationships. This is our underlying card. It goes under it all, regardless of the card that comes out, in case you're wondering how the spread has meaning here. Okay, the first 3 cards tell us, you know, really of what's happening within our week, and it's really a week of looking at our prosperity, our growth, our abundance, and the creation of. Okay, it's implementing new plans. It could be you're implementing plans towards creating more harmony, more beauty, more laughter, more love, more prosperity. Absolutely, that's in the card. Maybe more balance. This is a great reading so far, and look at them. We have Judgment come out here. Judgment is kind of like, It's very much a death and rebirth kind of experience when judgment comes. Now, many times with judgment, it says, we realize all that you have done to this point, and we're going to reward you in some way to let you know that you are on the right path going forward, and to keep working and keep strengthening yourself, to allow that rebirth to appear of who you want to become and what you want your environment to look like. What do you want to surround you? Overriding this energy is the King of Wands. The King of Wands shows up so often these days, and he's one of my favorite kings. But now we have two kings on the board too. Pay attention to that. So you are very strong in your voice this week, being the diplomat, being able to make that plan, that strategic plan to push you forward in some way. We don't need everything etched in stone, and really we want to do all the little things, okay? All those little boring things, those mundane things that we think don't really matter a whole bunch, okay? A small change today can mean tremendous growth in the future for ourselves. And you guys are like second last on my list. I started Aries and I work my way through when I do the readings, and so that the energy flows through the readings, right? And everybody kind of has this work in progress kind of energy this week, rather than attacking things and doing things. But we are starting to, every one of us it's very much about letting go of some things, leaving things in the past, which we do with the Wheel of Fortune card. Of course, we leave things in the past so we can step into the new beginnings, but starting to envision the new beginnings. And I think that we are walking into some kind of energy here, and it could just be the new moon in Leo that's coming up, because that's a dynamic new moon where it just brings in joy and happiness and laughter and celebration. I mean, allowing our creativity to flow. There's so much with the new moon coming in. So that could be why we are getting this push to really change some things in our life, and understand where we want the change and where we want the experience of new beginnings to come in, where we want to infuse our everyday experience with joy and happiness and celebration. So we don't, with this card, we just want to do, the little things, that will take us one step closer to that big, giant, enormous dream that you have. Take us one step forward into allowing things to stay in our rearview mirror so that we can step into the new beginnings. Okay? Doing that little something that allows for the birth of who we want to become, of who we want to step into. When people say, there goes you, who are they describing? What do they think of you? What do you show the world? What is your stance? What is that that walk of confidence that you do? Or do you do a walk of confidence? Are your shoulders hunched and you're looking at the ground and you're thinking about, this is going wrong and that is going wrong? Or are you walking with just like, because you can see that light and you're just walking towards it? Okay, let's go on here. Cradling all this energy is the Eight of Pentacles. The Eight of Pentacles is just beautiful here because you are raising the bar. Once again, yes, another pentacle, you say. Yes, there is another pentacle. A little bit of action to do here, but we have a lot of prosperity here. This is raising the bar on yourself. This is understanding. Okay, so the way I've been seeing this card lately is, here is the doorway we have walked into, okay? Like walk through. So this is our past. And the curtains are ready to be dropped, but there is a light there telling us that we need to take note of our accomplishments, the things that we have done to this point in order to move ourselves forward. Then we stand in this room, and here is our works. This is what we do. This is our accomplishments. Those are our talents, our behaviors, our unique self hanging there, and we are looking at it. We are going within to see the beauty of what we can accomplish, and we raise the bar on ourselves. We know that we can tap into our potential even more. We can give it maybe more vitality, more energy, more money, more time, whatever it might be. But you know that you can be more successful if you just tweak a couple of things in your life. And this is before we go through that archway towards our new moon. Okay, starting off the week, we've got the King of Swords. The King of Swords, wow, you come into the week with like, I've got a plan, I've got an action plan, and don't bother me. I'm going forward in this way. I'm doing this. I'm creating this path. I'm getting this done. And if you get in my way, I've got a sword. I'm just going to cut you right out, or I'm going to cut whatever obstacle or limitation stands in my way. So there's this determination about you this week. And that determination kind of builds that confidence in a way. So this is a healthy determination. This isn't your ego pushing people around. This is you standing in your own values and beliefs of what really needs to be accomplished here. Okay. So stand strong for that. Okay. And we do have the King of Pentacles as our underlying energy, and you may see a new way to go forward. You may see what you need to really do in order to step into an opportunity or an adventure or a learning experience in some way. And then as we leave the week, we've got the Nine of Wands. The Nine of Wands is this path being opened up to you. That it's unique to you. It's like a destiny. It's like a legacy. The ones in the background here. Okay, let's try and get that up so you can see it. Okay, the ones in the background. Okay, every wand started out, first of all, like the one you're holding in your hand, that little gnarled, twisted, crooked one with no growth on it whatsoever. That's what all those looked like when you first held them. When you first stood at the start line and thought, do I really want to take this on? Do I really want to grow in this way? Do I really want to step in this uncharted territory? And you were very successful in all those paths. Now you stand there. Now you're wearing white. It's definitely a new beginning. You're wearing red, passion, courage. So there has to be passion. There has to be courage. And you hold this wand in your hand and you look at it, and it represents that path that you can take forward, and you are deciding, am I going to? Do I want to? Will it move me to where I want to go, where I need to go, what I'm dreaming of as my new tomorrow? When it comes to work and career, Ten of Wands. Okay, you're doing so much more than you have to. Okay? You're doing so much more than you have to. Back it up and look at what you're doing, okay? There are some things that will actually push you forward if you want to go forward in your work, in your career, if you want that promotion, you want that raise in pay. There is avenues for that. And you're doing all the things right that you need to do. But wow, there's things that you're doing that are just going unnoticed. They're wasting your time, your energy, where you could be putting them forth in different ways to become noticed. Or maybe even to step into something brand new, to create maybe a sideline that will eventually, you'll monetize your hobby is what I kind of call that. You just start and you put in a couple of minutes here and an hour there, and you're kind of having fun with it, and it's starting to become something for you, and it eventually can replace that 9 to 5 job, perhaps. Okay. This is a little bit about doing the little things that'll move you there, but you have to let go of some of the things that you do that you're just you're trying too hard to accomplish what you are accomplishing. And you need to back it up, and you need to work smart, not hard. That's really what that card is saying, that you've got way too much on your plate, maybe, to concentrate on where you want to put your energy, your focus. That could be. So maybe you have to sit there and start, having those conversations with people within the workplace. Maybe it's a boss, maybe it's, human resources, whatever it is for you. and understand, I don't want to say you want to compromise here. You want to say, I'll do this if you can do that for me, but collaborate. Okay. We usually, when we just compromise, we're giving part of ourselves away. We're giving our power away. We want to collaborate so it increases both the company's power, their power, and our own power. We both increase. We both get better. We both get stronger because of, yeah, but there's something here, and it might be something that you just need to pull back and see how you handle your day, or where you put your energy, when you put your energy there, how much energy you use for that. Is the reward worth the energy that you're putting forth? I'm kind of getting that, because you're also writing your new beginnings, and I think you're thinking about work and how it, in some ways it might drain you. Okay, some of you are living the life of your dreams. Yes, so you're also writing the new one, and you're doing things that you aren't necessary, and they're not necessary. So start changing it up so that you do actually have the vitality, the energy, the sense of liberation and freedom to step into your joys. I mean, start making going to work more of a joy, a playful interaction. I coached this one gentleman the one time, and he hated work. Oh my gosh, he just but it paid good, and that's what he wanted to do. And he wanted to move up the ladder, and maybe to get better once he moved up the ladder. But this part of the job is just, not his cup of tea. And so we worked out that, on his way to work and everything, as he was getting ready, he'd say, "Oh, I'm looking forward to going and playing today. I'm going to go into that shop. I'm going to play. I'm going to have fun. And it's going to be a great opportunity. I can't wait to get there. It's going to be so much fun to go to work today." It's not even work. It's really that's like a swear word or something, right? It's joy and it's happiness. And I'm going to go in there and I'm going to play today. I'm going to have fun. I'm going to interact with people, or maybe I'm just going to do a solo thing all by myself and just, lose myself in that experience, whatever it is, right? And, he said he said it wasn't that long after. I don't think it took a full 2 weeks for him to start actually finding more joy and happiness at work. And maybe that's what you need. Maybe work pulls you down. It's the last place you want to go. So you're dreading as you set the alarm clock the night before to get up for that day. You're already starting to feel that misery. So it could be just as easy as inviting in that new terminology in your mind of, I'm going to play. And all of a sudden you're having more fun at work. Guess what happened with that guy? Very shortly thereafter, he got a raise, and then he got a promotion that came with another raise, and then he got another promotion. I don't know what has happened to him after that, but it changed his whole experience. They saw joy in his face. And it builds confidence. Anyways, I could go on and on with that for the next hour and talk to you about how that could transform your life, which might open up that new opportunity for you. Okay, let's go to love and relationships. Look at this. The Three of Cups. It's about creating love, joy, happiness, celebration, giggles and laughter, and dancing at midnight in the middle of a darkened street with no traffic on it. No traffic on it, the country roads. Uh, Uh, I've been known to just stop and get out of my car and just, sway to the music or something. Nobody's around, right? Radio's blaring and there's not a house to be seen for miles. And, there I am under the moon and the stars, just bringing happiness to my world. But you're doing it in a relationship. You're doing it with maybe more than one person, and we're talking platonic or romantic here. Okay, I'm not talking about, you do you and I'll do me. Let's just leave it at that. Um, but it could be that you have more fun in groups of people, and getting out there and socializing and having fun and creating those memories and giggles and laughter. I think that is a lot of it. I think you're trying to bring in beauty and harmony into the relationship. Be careful with that, because sometimes we give some of our power away in order to find the happiness, to have that quick harmony and happiness appear. we give a part of ourselves away. Don't be doing that. Collaborate. How about we do this and the next week we'll do that, kind of thing would work a lot better than giving a part of yourself away. You don't want to give away your power in any relationship. You're there to complement each other, not make each other weaker. Uh, this could be like taking planning a dream trip, a vacation of some sort. That would be something that's good. Understanding how you work together as a team, and maybe looking at some of your behaviors and habits. Maybe after supper you just kind of split for a couple of hours and you do your own thing. And maybe that is the perfect time to go for a walk in the park. You don't have to say anything, just go for or around the block, or just spending that quiet time, just the presence of each other. You don't have to talk. You don't have to, you just, bring that, make sure that you're having that time together. Or maybe you take dance lessons together, right? You're going out and now you're learning to dance. So now what do you want to do? You want opportunities to dance, to practice, right? And you find yourself dancing in the living room, and you're going to places that have a band so that you can dance, and things like that. Like it's about bringing in happiness and joy here. I mean, I'm full of giggles here for absolutely no reason. So I know that this card means that you have the power to create these giggles and laughters, to allow the creativity within the relationship, to allow the inner expression of two hearts combining as one, platonic or romantic. If you are looking for a relationship, this could be, that perfect relationship that you've always dreamed about, that perfect person coming into your life. It could be about, if you're dating, then just go on the date and have some fun. Okay. Don't worry about, what tomorrow's going to bring or the next, but you are writing your new chapters. So, but it's about getting out there, and remember that the abundance, the prosperity, the abundance of love is yours to be had. So embrace that. Let's take one more card here, and we have the Tower card. You're going towards a major transformation. I think as you go into next week, you will be, consider yourself this ball in the middle here, okay? And you are so on fire. You are so, and maybe it's because of all the happiness and joy. You just raise that vibration to a point where you actually blow the glass ceiling out. You break through some major limitation just by creating the joy and happiness or something, and giving, a little bit of thought to where you're working way too hard for the reward that you're getting, and how to work smarter, because you're going to be looking at this brand new path forward, and that's going to change a lot of things in your life. And you can't even think about that until you remove that limitation, that obstacle, that fear, that anxiety that holds you back. Until we meet again, remember, I do love you.